How you play Atari today?
Hi everyone, thank you for joining me on this edition of Glen's Retro Show. Today I want to talk about something I received in the mail today. It's something I've been expecting for a couple of weeks now. It is a new spinner for the Asteroids unit, the 6-in-1 Asteroids Deluxe unit, and the Asteroids Centipede 12-in-1. Currently you can see it's installed here in my 12-in-1. Now this is a true arcade spinner using real arcade hardware, ball bearings, the whole 9 yards. Not the very simple, simplistic one designed into the machine itself. And you can see right here on the screen, you can see how well that little guy spins. Now this is a prototype, it's not the final version. We're going to make a couple more small tweaks to it. Right now it is designed to basically go one rotation for about 5 to 6 spaces inside Tempest. But if you have the Asteroid Centipede 12-in-1 and you hack out the USB port, it's possible to get to Super Breakout. And that setting is not ideal for that particular game. So we're going to try and make it so you can adjust the settings on how quickly the pulses go through. But right now it is only set up to go for Tempest. So let's just take a quick look at it, okay? Let's go into some gameplay. So I'm going to go over here and pick Tempest. There we go. And I'm going to pick the game. And we'll put some credits in and let's see how it goes. It works light years ahead of the way it was with the stock unit, even with the modification with loosening the screws and putting some pennies in there for some weight. This is using an aluminum, currently an aluminum top, and the top is the same exact size as the one that was on the Arcade1UP, so you're not going to lose any more real estate on the unit. And if you do have the acrylic cover, which I do happen to have on here, there is an adjustment on that, so you don't have to worry about it being too close to your acrylic cover. It has the clearance for that. And the way it's being designed is going to be pretty much plug and play. You're going to simply unplug the old unit and plug in this new one. That's it. There should be no soldering involved. Oh, I got caught. You can see how well that spins. There's no clicking. It's butter smooth. Try doing that with the stock spinner. Good luck. So right now, like I said, I've only had it for a couple of hours. There's a lot more testing that has to be involved in this to make sure everything's okay. But so far, it's been performing very well. But we do want to make sure it's tweaked and works at its best. We're also looking at ways to make it user selectable about how many pulses that it's set up for. So you'll be able to make modifications to it if you wanted to. But really not too bad. I'll be doing more videos on this in the future. Just wanted to give you guys a quick little shot of this little guy. And I'll get a little closer shot of it actually right now so you can see the spinner itself. Okay, let's try that again here. Let's see. Okay, another thing we could do is we can play Breakout. So I'm going to hit the tab button here. My unit has been modified. Going to select a new game. Going to go down to, where is my Breakout? Super Breakout. There we go. Now, in Super Breakout, if I put a coin in here, let's do this. It works okay. I think it could be a little bit better, but let's just try and see how we play the game with the way it's set up right now. So I'm going to put a coin in, and we'll start it up. Lower that volume for a second. Turn that down. So I think that this can definitely use a different setting for the paddle here, and that's why we want to make this kind of adjustable. Now you can go into the main settings and make some adjustments in here, but I still think it can use for a little bit more. Going to analog controls, you can see right now my paddle is set to the maximum speed of 255 because this right now is set up a Tempest with one rotation for about 7 to 8 spaces. So I definitely think this thing could use other settings. So we're trying to look at how we can make this have some adjustability to it, just to make it play a little bit more like the real machine. Again, it's still better than the paddle that was built in here. It was pretty much impossible to play this. I'm not doing very good with it anyway. But there's definitely room for some improvement for this game. But this is not a game that everyone's going to have access to anyway. It's really going to be for Tempest. But there are people like myself who did modify this with the USB port. So you're going to want to have the ability to make it play more like the arcade machine. So for right now, I'm going to escape out of here and go into the one other game that this supports the controller here. I'll go back. Let's select a new game. Major Havoc. I'm going to Major Havoc here. And you can see it's asking for a name to be entered, but we're not going to do that right now. Put a coin in. Get our volume up here a little bit. I definitely had a hard time playing this with the paddle that was built in, but it seems to be much easier to do now. Doesn't mean I still don't stick at the game. Whee! Definitely much easier, much smoother. It's like glass. Let's see how we do with this one here. Ah! I'm running right into the wall, not so smart. Oh, Zapdaroon. I'm just not very good at this game, period. Okay guys, that's it for right now. I've only had it a couple of hours. I still have a lot more testing on this to make sure that it's really good. But I can say so far, the installation was very simple. It was only moving one wire on the board, no soldering, pulling off a connector and plugging this one in, and a couple of screws. And they're actually the screws that are already there. So that was no problem at all. This is made out of aluminum and steel and ball bearings, so it's really solid. It feels great in the hand. Just a couple things I made some suggestions to make it a little bit better. Mostly the adjustability for the pulses, in case you want to make some changes for Breakout, if you want to play that, or even in Tempest. But overall, it's really good. He's going to make some adjustments, send me out a new board to try out with this thing here. But I'm pretty happy with it. But I want it to be perfect for you guys. I know you guys have been starved for a good spinner on there, and it is coming. Just give us a little more time to make sure it's done right for you guys. He's estimated the price to be $50 or less for it, which I think is very reasonable for the quality he's putting into this product right here. But I do thank you guys for checking in on this and watching the video. If you did like it, please like, share, subscribe to my channel. Tell your friends. And also, please join us on the official Arcade1UP fan page, so you'll see not only this, but other products coming down the pike for this. So I appreciate you guys watching, and remember everyone, game on, okay?
Glen at the Tiny Arcade fan page. Remember, don't admire people too much. They'll disappoint you.
Sit, Blue Blue, sit. Good dog.